250 hours
Shut up!
ago.
Oh wait, no, no, never mind. I like that guy. No, I like that guy. He's okay. Here we go.
Yo guys, Punkrat another video. So today I was actually planning on making a Warsaw Gulch video, but we're actually going to be pushing that one probably for release on Sunday morning. There's something else, another topic that's taken precedent. Okay. It's something super important.
Yeah,
it's been making the rounds, so you probably heard of it if you are ever on the Classic WoW subreddit. And actually today at work, one of my buddies came over to my desk and he actually informed me what was going on. And yesterday I was streaming. I don't know if you guys saw my stream yesterday. My friend got his Hand of Rag on the server Incendius, the guild Valkyrie.
I'm going to get mine today.
I ended up streaming his stream and hanging out with them in Discord and, you know, tagging along for the ride of them getting their first Hand of Ragnaros. So that was pretty cool. And if you guys are interested and want to check that out, you can go ahead and check the stream from yesterday. It was actually on YouTube. But today we want to talk about faction imbalance. We want to talk about Blizzard's implementation when it comes to transfers and how they've been implementing that and how that's affecting faction imbalance. So this is super important. And like I said, if you guys have been following, I'm going to show you in a second here what's been going on the subreddit. There's a pretty high level of outrage, and we're also going to be talking about Swifty and that whole situation.
Yep.
Because that does directly affect me. So if you guys haven't been following the news, we can check it here on Reddit. There is a server called FLAMELASH. I believe it's European. Yeah, it's European. And so for the last couple of days, I think yesterday was the last day that you were allowed to transfer off, and a lot of people
not good.
I guess they felt pressured by that. There's a lot of servers that have been affected by this. I think there was also on Incendius, the server that I was hanging out on yesterday. Apparently,
they had a
lost
Brexit.
A major guild. I think it was
they
like
Brexited
Yang Gang or something, Yang Gang, or maybe it was like Super Happy Friends or something like that. But yeah, they lost a massive guild that definitely affects them in terms of the world PvP dynamic.
Yep.
But this server specifically, FLAMELASH, apparently it was horde dominated like most PvP servers, right? Yesterday was the last day to free character move or free character migration, free character transfer, however you want to call it. And according to the sources here on Reddit, of course, I don't have a character on EU. I can't confirm any of this for myself. But apparently,
there are a lot of videos that show it.
Horde players in the Alliance cities at level 60 than there are Alliance players. So what happened is people felt pressured on that last day of transfer. They didn't want to
I want to go ahead before I'm going to pause this real quick. I want to actually show you what it looks like, okay? This is what it looks like.
Okay, doing a little tour here to FLAMELASH European server because I saw like 100,000.
Watch this.
Saw the Reddit posts, yeah.
So he walks inside of Ironforge. He's like, "What's going on in here?"
We are a meme now.
Just walks inside Ironforge. What's going on in here?
Let's see.
Wait, what's this?
Okay. Oh my god.
What's this? Oh, there's an Infernal running around.
Yeah, I see some hordes here.
They're just sitting there up at the top so the guards don't attack them.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's nothing here. Holy shit.
Wow. This is what's happened to a server on the EU.
To watch.
This is what happens right here, boys.
Look at this. I bet they're here the whole day.
Wow. Hey guys, I'm a tourist. Wow. Getting farmed. Yeah, show Gehenna's. I don't know what Gehenna's is like. I have no idea what Gehenna's is like.
Okay, at least the Infernal is dead.
At least the Infernal. And look at it. They're dog shit too. Look at this guy. He's a fucking, like, he's got Treon's Bane. This guy's terrible.
30 people online who are level 60, can you imagine?
What the hell is he doing?
This must also be a tourist here.
Yeah, there are most people that are there are just tourists. They just want to see what it's bad. And the one guy there is just, he's in a guild leftovers.
I mean, when you compare this to the Sunderland tribe,
they're just sitting there, dude.
Full of people. Look at it here.
It's not a big deal. You know what? Just having fun, man. That's all. We're just having fun.
Look at this server, man. I mean, I don't know the whole story about this shit. I mean,
oh my god, dude.
Horde dominated the whole time, but
this is so fucking ridiculous. So like the best part about it is like, I'm gonna move forward, okay?
Fuck. I mean, what?
Look at him. There's all the horde just running him down, man. The second there's any fucking alliance, they just run him down immediately.
I just saw the Reddit post.
This is ridiculous.
See it by myself. I mean, what are they doing?
Yeah, I wanted to see this too myself, honestly. This is fucking hilarious.
And killing guards, or what? I mean, guards don't give honor points, so I think that's really pointless.
They have nothing better to do. Look at that. Look at the little level 1, dude. Look at the little level. He's going after the level 1! Look at this.
I mean, what
watch.
Guards, or what? I mean, guards
So look at the level 1.
So I think that's really
It
pointless.
says, oh, hey, guys. Hey, what's going on? And then the shaman has nothing better to do. Jumps down. Boom. Right there. Right fucking there. Level 1 human warrior. And there they are.
I mean, at one point, I think Horde would also transfer because
degenerates.
I saw on Reddit.
So the Horde are just running them down. And the funny thing about it is, like, the only guild that's left on the server is a guild called Leftovers now. And they're just getting fucking farmed over and over and over. Oh my god. Look at this. And they're just rezzing him back up. It doesn't even matter. They'll just do it again. It's just fucking insane.
No competition. So yeah.
They're just sitting there waiting for any of the alliance to spawn. Let's see if there's any more combat in here. Oh, here we go. Let's see how many Horde are actually over here in Ironforge.
It's literally stupid.
Oh, here they are. They live here now. Yeah, they live here now. What do you mean? This is their home.
There's resistance.
This is their home.
Yeah.
Look at them all.
Do it.
And look at them. They're sitting there. Like, they've confined the alliance down to a hallway.
This must be depressing.
And the second that they step out of the fucking hallway, it's like a horror movie. If you look out the door, the monster will kill you. And, like, they just are immediately deleted. Immediately fucking deleted. Look at them all. All right, gentlemen. All right, boys. This is our final stand. We've got the guards here with them.
Leftovers.
Let's go, boy. Show them that the alliance has still got a little bit. It's almost inspiring. But it's also fucking hilarious too at the same time. Mostly hilarious. Yeah, it's no longer the alliance city. It's the alliance hallway.
This is really
5 level 60s defending the server.
I don't know what they're doing. Why they are not going for the guys with the PvP on?
You know why they're not going for him? You guys want to know why? Mango Boy, thanks for the 5 subs, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Probably because they've already killed them 10 times that day and they're not worth honor anymore. Yeah. That is probably why it happened. Oh my god, dude. So this is the server that I'm talking about right here. This is what's happened. PvP on a PvP server. How can you cry about PvP on a PvP server? This is what Blizzard intended. If you didn't want this to happen, why did you roll on a PvP server? Fucking idiot. Fucking dumbass. The hell are you doing rolling on a PvP server if you don't want to get farmed? Look at it. And oh, now they're making their push.
Which is even more depressing if you think about that.
Oh my god.
Imagine a faction has like 99 to 1 and you still die.
Yeah, that is pretty embarrassing. That's true. That's pretty bad. They're fighting back. I know that, man. FLAMELASH is probably the best and most balanced server on EU, but something happened whenever Phase 2 hit. Yeah, because people don't want to play the game and get farmed all day.
Something like this.
Like you log on, and oh, Sarkassus, Sarkassus, thank you much for the 5 more subs. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot, man.
Reddit all over the whole day, so yeah. That's why, of course, people come here and want to look at this.
Wow.
And people want to go to Earthshaker. We have also.
Let's see. I'm gonna move forward a little bit.
Many guys from Reddit joined up here with level 1s.
Yeah, the funny thing is there's probably more people from Reddit. They're laugh at Horde. Oh my god. And they're all just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Imagine what the open world must be like if you find an alliance. There must be like 20 people camping around near you.
I mean.
Oh no! Wait.
I really never.
No, the horde took over the hallway.
I play WoW.
Look at them! They're pushing through. They're just taking over the hallway and killing them all.
No.
That guy's running away. He used a potion. Oh no.
Yeah, RPPV, but it was still for Alliance 70.
Oh
so
man.
did a lot of,
What
PvP.
a game. What a game, boys.
Literally.
Wonder what Stormwind is like? There's probably nobody in Stormwind.
Where are they going? Are they trying to kill Magni or what? What else can you do? On
Yeah,
this
they're
server?
running in there, waiting to kill the boss.
PvE.
This is crazy. There's just a few random level 1s. Wow. And they're just... So wait, they're actually killing Magni. Oh.
What the fuck? Look at them.
They wiped. Imagine having a 99% advantage and somehow you still lose. Yeah, they fucking wiped. I don't get it at all, man. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
We cheer these guys here a little bit.
Stupid alliance? Yeah, they certainly are. Just a second here. Okay. Sorry about that. I gotta get my res. Okay, I'm good. Wow. They took back Ironforge from the Horde. I'm sure that will last. This is incredible, man. So, this is what's happened to this server. Just so everybody has an idea of what's at stake here and what's happening. For the Horde, more like for the board. Oh, they're not bored. They're having fun.
What they viewed as a toxic environment on their server being Horde dominated. And they ended up, pretty much most of the Alliance guilds ended up transferring off for the endgame Alliance
So
guilds.
that's what happened.
And it's made it so that the faction imbalance is so steep that Horde is just completely dominating the server. There's basically no Alliance left, and it's created such a faction imbalance that it's kind of like akin to what you've seen maybe on like a Mal'Ganis from Wrath of the Lich King or something like that.
Kel'Thuzad was the same
90%
way.
90% Horde and like 10% Alliance.
Yep.
So if you check this out here, here's the screenshot. You'll see there's this little dwarf paladin here, but there's a bunch of Horde just hanging out in the city.
Yeah, just having fun.
Basically dead. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
The funny thing is, it's actually worse
now. That this guy sent over here, and yeah, there's basically no one there. Just Horde coming in and messing about, doing whatever they want, and this is pretty crazy, right? Actually, that's a properly named guild. They're in a guild called Leftovers. They probably did that after the fact, I'm assuming.
Feel bad for the guys, honestly. It's kind of sad.
Left on the server at level 60, and they named their guild Leftovers.
Tragic.
That's actually really funny. But the whole community has been memeing on this like really hard. This is actually a really funny one. It says, as a Horde player, seeing the Alliance quit and leaving the servers half empty. We burn cities, raise the dead, use the plague. Are we the baddies?
The Horde have been the bad guys the whole time, man. Like, the Horde are Afghanistan, and the Alliance is the USA, right? I mean, that's the way that it's been ever since, Taliban or something like that. That's the way it's been ever since Warcraft 3.
Show. I forget the show that they did for this one, or what that show was called. But yeah, in general, there's been tons of memes coming out with this. Yep. We've got this one where when the Horde also transfers because Alliance is gone, it says, we can sail on the humans' own ships from Warcraft. But yeah, this FLAMELASH 2 over here. So
yeah, it's a good point.
Servers are dying, I guess, in a certain way.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure if this is happening.
The thing about the servers dying is they're not just dying. Because dying, in a way, like, it implies, at least in my mind, some sort of just like, it's like passive. But this isn't passive. They're being killed. The Horde are killing the servers. That's incredible.
North America, FLAMELASH IF this morning, completely dead. But it's kind of sad to see.
Yeah,
and I feel like my initial reaction to this is, it's Blizzard's fault. You're probably tired of hearing that.
Yeah, it is.
For the most part, people are always complaining about Blizzard's either lack of action or taking the wrong action. But I feel
like that. It's not the player's fault. Like, you can be like, oh man, dude, what the fuck? Well, what are these Horde doing, man? How are they gonna bully all these Alliance out of the game, man? Man, these guys are assholes. They're sociopaths. No, they're not. They just want honor. Like, it's a fucking game. Like, they're playing the game for a resource that's obtained through killing players. Like, these are not terrible people. These are not people that go home and beat their wife. These are people that probably, oh, Mom, hi, Mom. Yeah, tell Dad I'll be down in a bit. You know, I need to finish my homework. I want to play a little bit more. You know, these are just fucking kids and random people. They're not sociopaths or these terrible murderers who are acting out their fantasies in these video games. No, they're just random fucking people trying to farm honor. And that's the worst thing about it, is that these people are not responsible for taking advantage of a system that Blizzard created. They should have just added BGs at the start of Phase 2. It would have never happened.
I feel like in this case, it's definitely, you know, it definitely suits the scenario.
So would have never happened if they had
in my mind,
added
it doesn't
BGs.
really make sense the way that they've implemented
I was
character
wrong.
transfers. They know that
I
the
was so
community
wrong.
has been really unhappy when it comes to faction and balance. There's been
Yeah, of
people
course.
complaining like crazy. I mean, from my perspective on Faralina, it's not that big of a deal for me. I've said that a million times.
Not really.
But I feel
It
like
is if I'm
for
streaming,
most
but
people,
if I'm not streaming, it's fine.
you know, it's been really rough.
Yeah.
Especially for people that want to level. I know for a lot of people on max level, you're just like, okay, don't go to Blackrock Mountain, basically. Don't go to Searing Gorge.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, it's fine. Like, you'll be all right. Eastern Playgrounds can be a bit tough. Certain areas can be tough, but for the most part, like, if you choose where to go and if you roll with a decent powered squad, if you roll with a guild, then you're fine, right? But for people that are not experiencing that level of gameplay or the end game environment and don't have a guild or just trying to level an alt or something, I guess it's
a
been
bad
pretty
time.
toxic.
It's a really
whether or
bad
not
time.
faction imbalance is to blame for that. There could be so many different factors. There could be the difference with how Horde organizes themselves, which is what you hear advertised constantly talking about. I've stated a little bit of that. I think there is some truth to that. I think it's the truth generally lies in the middle. There's a lot of nuance.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like, I mean, I think the Horde does a really good job organizing sometimes, and it does a really bad job organizing other times. The way that I look at it is that if you have an objective to do, and you have a leader for the objective, having a strong PvP leader, that's worth like 20 people. I'm not even kidding. It's worth like 20 people. It's super important to have. And I've seen the difference between having organization and having a plan and not, and being able to get people to execute that plan.
There's a lot of factors at play here, but personally, I just don't feel like it's the right decision for Blizzard to open up character migration for a lesser faction on a big server. Like, just because they want to empty out a server, not necessarily empty out a server, but they want to reduce the population of a specific server, it doesn't make sense to me that they would open up character migration for the lesser faction on that server. Like, fundamentally, that just doesn't really make sense to me. It's like on Faralina right now. I don't understand why. Okay, maybe Faralina is a bad example because Faralina does have so many other elements to it and it's such a massive server. But let's say, pick any random server, right? Anything. Okay, Fairbanks or something like that, right? Fairbanks is probably Horde dominated. I'm not 100% sure.
I have no idea.
This isn't literal. We're just, for sake of conversation, let's say Fairbanks is like 60% Horde and then 40% Alliance, let's say. I don't understand why Blizzard would open up Alliance transfers off of that server. Like, I don't understand why they would create that scenario to begin with. It just doesn't make sense fundamentally.
It doesn't make sense. Here's why I think Blizzard might have done it. I think Blizzard might have done it because they looked at the people that are playing on that server and they saw the people that were playing on that server were unsubscribing and no longer playing the game. And they figured that it would be better to allow them to transfer off to preserve them playing the game at all and sacrifice the server to continue to get all of these people to play the game. That's what I think it could have been. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Obviously, if Horde is fully content having, you know, a clear advantage on a server and Alliance is most likely struggling or, you know, feeling kind of depressed with the environment, the moment they open up those gates, they're opening up the floodgates and a ton of people are going to leave. On Alliance specifically, Hordes are probably going to stay for the most part because it's a great environment for them.
Yeah.
And it's just going to lead to maybe 70-30 or, you know, 65-35. It's just going to make the situation even worse. It's going to exacerbate the problem. So this to me is very obvious. Like, I don't understand how they don't see this. There was tons of videos right before phase 2 hit. They opened up character transfer or character migration on a
they already have, the thing is, like Blizzard, they already have a model for what's going to happen whenever you have imbalances like this, because they already had war mode, and war mode you can opt into it and opt out of it dynamically, so and completely at your own will whenever you want. So basically what ended up happening is that the extremes just got so extreme that no alliance played war mode anymore. Like, people called it horde mode. That's how serious it was. So the exact same thing happened in retail, which is why I thought it was pretty bad that Blizzard made the same mistake again in Classic, and they didn't try to create some sort of fail-safe to prevent it from happening.
Ton of servers right before phase 2 hit, and there was a bunch of people making videos, smaller YouTube channels, and just people in general on the forums, on the subreddits, that were saying, like, why the hell are they doing that? It just doesn't make any sense. And I feel like that did shift. Like, if you were watching I know that the census information that we have, or the information based on raid logs that shows the different faction balance on different servers. I think the website's called like something Ironforge, is based off logs. It's not highly accurate, but the moment you saw that Blizzard implemented those free character migrations right before phase 2, the red bars on PvP servers were slightly shifting over.
Yep.
It wasn't a massive just, mass exodus of the servers for Alliance, but it's been slowly creeping, and I guess the bubbles kind of burst on servers like FLAMELASH.
Yeah, as soon as guilds transfer,
I don't think this is good for either side. I mean, Alliance, maybe they're benefiting, sure, slightly. They might go to another server and it might be better, but Horde is definitely not happy that Alliance is leaving. Like, what are they going to do? There's no Alliance to kill anymore. There's no world PvP dynamic. I feel like faction balance is definitely a super important thing. Like, having a server that's 52-48 or something like that, which is what a lot of private servers were like, just creates a very healthy
that's
PvP
fine.
ecosystem.
That's completely fine.
Even if Horde is slightly stronger, let's say,
that's
because
100%
they're better organized,
fine.
or they have a marginal advantage.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
It still makes the server feel a whole lot better when you don't feel like you're outnumbered at every single corner. It's a win-win situation. It's fun for Horde and it's fun for Alliance. There's no detriment to it. So it just doesn't make sense to me that Blizzard would be doing this. I feel like they should be making a greater effort in trying to create a more balanced population dynamic on all of the servers. Like, it seems like a no-brainer to me. And I don't know if you guys know this, but on my server specifically.
So I'll pause that real quick. I want to say, like, everybody, whenever I was talking about them doing something to prevent from happening, people were saying, like, oh, hashtag no changes, whatever. That battle's already been won. Like, at this point, I think that at a certain level, whenever you have this level of an imbalance and the game becomes completely unplayable for a server, Blizzard should do something. Like, you can't just say no changes for everything, because if you did that, it killed the server. No changes killed that server. Is it better for everyone that one more server is dead? No, I don't think so. Is it better for everyone that the no changes thing happened and you had world PvP out for over a month before BGs and people ended up quitting the game because they got tired of being ganked over and over and over? I don't think that was good for the game at all. It cost the game a lot of players. And at the end of the day, a healthy community is a large community in general. And not always, but generally I think it is. And having that many people quit the game, or it seems like it's very clear that in phase 2 a lot of people quit, some of them will come back for BGs, but some of them won't. And that's what really worries me the most.
On Fairlina, Swifty decided that he's leaving as well. And with Swifty leaving yesterday, I'm sure probably most of his guild left, or a lot of people followed him.
A lot of people did, I'm sure.
Maybe even people who aren't in his guild but are just fans of the guy and want to go play where he's at. He left. I think that's a different scenario. I don't really want to cover too much about it. I know a lot of people are salty about it. The guy can do whatever the hell he wants. It's his decision whether, if he's not happy on Fairlina, he could easily just leave. He was probably getting stream sniped. I'm sure there's a bunch of reasons, a myriad of reasons why he actually left.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But the fact that it's even open, like not necessarily specifically just for Swifty and not specifically for Fairlina, because I know that server has a whole lot of baggage. It just doesn't seem smart. Like, we've been struggling already on Alliance, and now it's getting even worse with people being able to migrate. So I know that, I'm pretty sure that they changed it, right? I think you're not allowed to transfer at all for free anymore. I don't know. I have to inform myself on what's going on, but I feel like they should definitely be opening a faction transfer where you can only go to a server if you're Alliance, or you can leave a server if you're Horde. Obviously, only on PvP servers.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where it's most relevant, but they're mainly Horde dominated. And if we can have, you know, a way to maybe get, you know, some more Alliance players on Fairlina or on Herod on, you know, whatever server that you're actually playing on, it would help a lot. And I feel like there's only plus sides to that. I know a lot of people have been mentioning things like faction specific queues. I don't know how I feel about that one, although just in general, there's a ton of things that can be done. And I feel like
also right now, like
Blizzard
it might not be as much of an issue now,
because the current state of just, you know, allowing this mass exodus from Alliance players, it just doesn't seem right. And I'm not I don't get a good feeling about it. I feel like it's just obviously a bit misguided. So that's pretty much what I got to say. I wanted to spark another conversation. I know these videos always, we get a really nice census of what's going on from the comment section. So what do you guys think about this? Is Blizzard making a mistake when it comes to allowing Alliance players to transfer off Alliance minority servers? Should they just be hands off and let the chips fall where they may? Or, you know, should they maybe start putting in some countermeasures to allow for some faction balance, allow Horde to get off some of the PvP servers?
It's certainly something to consider.
To avoid queues maybe on a big server, or the opposite, allow Alliance players to come onto that realm and maybe try to balance things out a little bit. What's your thoughts? I really want to hear them in the comments like usual. And with that said, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill, soldiers. And I'll see you on the next one.
Okay.
Peace.
So, I don't know, like I don't know if they can even create balance at all at this point because of how popular, what do you call it? Because why do I get these fucking normie videos? Like a pizza ad from SNL? I don't want to watch a fucking pizza ad from SNL. Holy shit.